This is Today.
And welcome back to Tampa, home of Super Bowl 43. Tonight, about 100 million people will be glued to their TV sets watching the game and also watching the commercials. Here with a look at the best Super Bowl ads of all time are Jonah Bloom, the editor of Advertising Age, and Sally Hogshead, a branding expert, CEO of Hogshead Media. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning, Meredith.
Before we get to the ads themselves, let's talk about the impact these ads have in terms of what they do for advertisers. This is the one time of the year where people really go to the TV to watch the commercials.
Super Bowl advertising is the one thing that the whole country has in common. So it doesn't matter where you live, it doesn't matter what you do or what you believe. You're probably going to be watching the Super Bowl commercials tonight and talking about them tomorrow in the office.
And even if it runs only one time, just Super Bowl night, right, Jonah, it can make a huge difference.
It can make a huge impact. As Sally says, it's only one chance you get to get 100 million people on one day. You can sell a hell of a lot of product on the back of the Super Bowl, no doubt about it.
Well, we asked you, both of you, to pick your very favorite Super Bowl commercials of all time. And number one for both of you, we hadn't spoken to each other, interestingly enough, was Apple's 1984. We're going to roll the commercial first, talk about it on the other end.
Today we celebrate the first glorious anniversary of the information purification directives. We have created, for the first time in all history, a garden of pure ideology, where each worker may bloom, secure from the pests, obeying contradictory rules. Unification of rules is more powerful a weapon than any fleet or army on earth. We are one people, with one will, one resolve, one cause. Our enemies shall talk themselves to death, and we will bury them with their own confusion. We shall prevail.
On January 24th, Apple Computer will introduce Macintosh. And you'll see why 1984 won't be like 1984.
And it strikes me, looking at that now, that people didn't really know what was going to come at them in the next few days.
No, they didn't. It was for the introduction of the Macintosh, and it didn't even have the product at the end of the commercial. It was more epic, more shocking than anybody had ever seen in the Super Bowl before.
And that's why you loved it.
It's a watershed moment in advertising.
And
yeah,
Jonah?
I mean, I think critics would say that you didn't know exactly what the product was, and actually they didn't go out and become the biggest computer manufacturer out there. But it sort of set a tone for Apple for the next, what are we at, 26 years. You know, they're a completely different kind of company. They're offering you an alternative and sort of positioning yourself as different in one of those markets where there's so many products that look so similar is a really important part of the game.
Absolutely. We also asked each of you to list, in terms of your favorite commercials, one from the jobs arena, and both of you picked different ones. Sally, you like one from Monster.com titled When I Grow Up from 1999. Let's take a look at that.
With a totally rebuilt site and over 1 million jobs worldwide, there's never been a better time to go to Monster.com.
That's one of today's.
Okay, now that wasn't the one, but you like their ads.
Love Monster.com. They always have a way of reinventing the way they do their branding, so it's perfectly in sync with where the job market is. They're a brilliant advertiser.
And the one in particular that you loved was little kids saying where they were going to be.
When I grow up. Very inspirational, very much about reaching your career potential.
One that could be as impactful today as it would have been.
Probably more so during a recession.
Absolutely. And Jonah, yours is from CareerBuilder.com. Let's hopefully roll that one.
Hey guys, just thought you might want to know, sales aren't up, they're down. Listen.
Want a new job? We've got the most. CareerBuilder.com. A better job awaits.
I felt like I was at a family reunion there. Was it just that it's so clever, Jonah, or what?
You know what? maybe doesn't bear over-analyzing. I mean, it's really about as sort of sophisticated as a whoopee cushion. It's not incredibly sophisticated ad, but I just... Firstly, I always love seeing monkeys in ads, and secondly, there's a little moment of soul there where he turns that chart upside down, and the sales chart's going down, and the direct goes in on the chimp's eyes, and he actually looks sad to realise that he shouldn't be. But just, I know.
You're
it
a
doesn't
sucker
really,
for that, right?
It doesn't really bear the analysis, but I love that ad.
And you both picked an ad that was about football, really. That was the theme of it. And this one is Coke's Mean Joe Green from 1979. Let's take a look at that one.
Mr. Green?
Yeah.
You need any help?
Mm-mm.
Want my Coke?
No.
Really, you can have it.
Okay. Thanks.
That's the way it should be. I like to say, see you around. The whole world is smiling with me. Coca-Cola has life. Have a Coke and a... Wow, thanks, Mean Joe.
I'm going to tell you guys the truth. I remember when that one aired, and I had a little tear in my eye. There's something so sweet and sentimental about it. Is that what drew you guys to it?
It is classic emotional storytelling, and it really caught people's imagination so much so that 30-second commercial went on to become a 1-hour made-for-TV movie.
And do I understand there's going to be a reprise of it tonight?
I was going to say there's going to be a reprise, giving people a little tease there with
We're very curious.
Troy Polamalu as the Steeler in the ad, so it'll be interesting to see how they do that.
Well, this reminds me just how much fun they can be. Jonah Bloom, thank you so much, and Sally Hogshead as well. Thanks a lot. We'll all be watching tonight. We'll be right back, but first, this is Today on NBC. Cue the monkeys.